Habil Olaka, and I'm the CEO of the Kenya Bankers Association. It is quite clear that when the pandemic did hit Kenya, one of the segments of the economy that was most affected were the SMEs, because they are the ones who, for instance, their supply chains were disrupted, their consumer base was also disrupted, their ability to get to work was interrupted with the containment measures. So the employees were not available where they could get their services from. The physical contact was constrained. So in a way, the SMEs were most affected. One of the biggest challenges that the SMEs have is access to finance. And finance, for that matter, credit, is what fuels the economic activity. So banks, coordinated by the National Treasury and in partnership with the Central Bank and the other players, came up with this credit guarantee scheme. And 7 banks so far have been qualified as participating financial institutions. So through that now, the SMEs are able to get credit that is not only affordable, but requiring less onerous conditions in terms of collateral, for example, to be able to access. There was a lot that we are doing in the background to ensure that the industry is kept quite resilient and responsive to the challenges of the coronavirus. Now, the banks themselves, on the other hand, were coming up with very innovative products to ensure that even as the containment measures are put in place, customers are still able to access their services. So you saw the shift from brick and mortar in the banking halls onto the digital platforms. Despite the difficult challenges that we had during the COVID, a number of SMEs actually have been the bedrock on which the economic activity has been hinged upon. They have been very innovative. A number of them have quickly turned themselves and been able to access credit from the banking sector and have remained afloat, and not only remaining afloat by themselves, but also keeping the economy running. Talking about the virtual SME trade show event, this will be an opportunity for the banks to showcase their products and services in a virtual environment. So I think it will be a very innovative way of going forward. Even with challenges, you can still achieve the same kind of activities, making sure that you can use the available digital facilitation to achieve some of these activities.
Very much. My name is Fidelis Mwakamuya. I work for the Kenya Bankers Association as Director of Technical Services, in charge of innovations and technical matters to do with the banking industry. Before the COVID situation became a big problem for us, we had a very thriving creative sector. But with the basic issues to do with the COVID pandemic, in terms of movement being blocked, in terms of disruptions to businesses, the creative sector has taken a very big hit. Beyond that, we have still digital creativeness happening. We have a lot of shows. Those of us who have been in the creative industry, who have evolved with the times, have moved on to online platforms, so there's a lot of creativity happening there. KBA has been working with partners like the Ministry of Culture, with an organization known as Art at Work, and with financial sector Deepening Trust, to do a study of the creative economy in Kenya and ways that the banks can step up to be able to, number one, include the creative sub-economy into the financial services, and then also build up and hopefully alleviate some of the impacts of this pandemic to that sector. There is the education system we are moving to, which is called the CBC, where we are looking at curriculum-based education. It is focusing a lot on other things beyond the academic. And those other things beyond the academic are things to do with your arts, music, performance, sports, and such things. Because of the fact that these MSMEs have never really been integrated into the financial ecosystem, there is, number one, from the SMEs, they don't know the banks. They don't know the range of products available. And the banks also don't understand these MSMEs. They don't know what challenges these MSMEs undergo in their day-to-day businesses. So this platform that we are putting in place will bring the two parties together. The creative sector has a lot of untapped potential because, number one, there are a lot of people who don't understand what financial services can be given to them facilitate their business. And there are also a lot of banks who don't know, for example, a musician who makes 5 million shillings. What investment opportunities can I give this person beyond financing their equipment? So if you talk to a bank, then they can show you, by saving some money, I can forward you some working capital that then tides you, and you can pay in a soft environment that enables you to then plan your financials forward and be able to thrive beyond waiting for a regular income. I would actually like anybody who considers themselves an entrepreneur or a businessman to basically check out this platform, be enabled to come and see what banks have to offer, so that we can then put our heads together and be able to see where we can benefit from each other's interactions.
My name is Roslyn Gino from the Kenya Bankers Association. So COVID has really distracted the SME sector in Kenya. A lot of SMEs had to lay off a lot of their staff because of the issues that they faced in terms of a slow business. KBA proactively launched webinars in March of 2020, which were designed to just tackle some of the issues that SMEs currently face. Those topics that were delved into assisted a lot of SMEs, about 2,000 of them, to actually have a better, broader view of how to navigate the COVID pandemic. SMEs can literally go to our website, inukasme.co.ke, just to find out the schedules of the events. So we hold it monthly, and we try as best as possible to interact with SMEs and see where they're having challenges and see how best to support them further. We also have a WhatsApp group, which is more of a networking platform that SMEs are able to learn and network with each other, and also just expand their business base. So some of our SMEs have been able to tap new markets through that WhatsApp group, and we also have a marketplace as well within the Inuka SME platform, the e-learning platform. And so that platform has enabled other SMEs to actually expand their market reach, because they're able to have their business and services profile within that platform. Yeah, I want to appreciate banks, especially NCBA, Equity Bank, and of course SBM Bank, who've come on board to just support us during our webinars, our monthly webinars. So they've been able to host some of our sessions and also invite their clients to be part of the virtual webinar training. So it's been quite a good support from the banks. In terms of the Inua Biashara Summit, we really are looking forward to having our SMEs find out more about the products and services that are tailored for them. And so this is a good opportunity for them to engage virtually with their banks and also with the other partners that have demonstrated their ability to support the SME sector. So welcome to the virtual trade show, and also for the different sessions that are taking place during the whole week.